Hey friends, Goosby here. Just wanted to check in and go live really quickly. Trying to figure out how to. There we go. My bedroom. I just want to go live really quickly because I have 4 easy steps for emotional management. And so, where did this come from? Why did I feel like I needed to make this video? Because I had a crazy day on Friday, and wasn't it Friday? It wasn't Thursday. It doesn't matter. Thursday or Friday. One of those days was kind of super crazy. They both were. One of them was extra crazy, and it made me feel like emotional management needed to be discussed. So the morning was great. I woke up, I did my morning protocol, and that was fabulous. Felt great. And then I had to have service provided for me, and the person came to my house to do it. So that was great, right? Didn't have to go out. And then we're just chatting, and through the conversation, I discuss what I do, and we're just discussing this, and it's fabulous conversation. And then kind of goes weird. Just weird. Where the energy shifted, and I felt like I needed to defend myself or clear up any misunderstandings. But in that same rush of thought, the next best thing happened. I realized I didn't need to. I realized that my intention wasn't what this person thought it was in the first place. And if it had been, it was very clearly shown to me that this is not the kind of person that I would want to. Not this is not the kind of person, because that's not correct. This is not the person that I would want to work with. No biggie. Some will, some won't. So what, right? Like, no biggie. And then I felt good again. I felt like, yeah, that was such a nice clarifying moment for me. Like, when you're pursuing something that you're passionate about and then somebody else doesn't like match that energy or knowledge, and in their ignorance they come like combating. Okay, like, it's fine. That's not the type of energy that I want in my space anyway. So had that person been correct in their assumption, I would have quickly stopped that, because I get to choose who I work with. I get to choose who I spend my time with. And if you're going to be negative, if you're going to speak out of ignorance and not even be willing to be open-minded, definitely not a person that I want to spend my time with, because I'm not there, not right now. Maybe I was before. Maybe there'll be a time in the future, but not today. Not today.
The Boy Scouts, they're going out, pick them up.
Okay.
Or we can pick them up really good with her after.
Okay. I sent you the address. You got it already on your phone.
Yeah. You can drop them off.
Oh, okay.
You can drop them off and then I'll pick them up and we'll pick them up with a giggle.
Okay, I'm on a live. You could have texted me now. I have to give him a hard time because that's fun. He has to work on his emotional management. Then the next fun thing that happened was the lowest point of my day personally. And that was trying to, this is really a goofy one, but that was trying to take care of my phone. I wanted to trade it in. I didn't understand how the upgrading trade-in thing was working online. I was trying to talk to customer service through their chat bubble. I tend to be a pretty resourceful girl, so I'm trying to do all the things, follow every step all the way through to see, if it's going to work out in the end. If it doesn't, you just stop. Nothing worked. Then I'm talking to the chat person, and she's not getting it. Like I'm saying, and she's just not getting it. And then I finally break down and call. And that in itself was a challenge because of the wait times, right? And so I'm just like, okay, this is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. I'm just going to deal with this. And the man is very nice and he's very helpful, but we don't get anywhere. We get nowhere at all. And at one point, I remember telling him, you know what? I'm just going to stop now because this isn't working. And it shouldn't be this hard. I don't need to be this frustrated. This just isn't going to happen today. And he tried to say, oh, well, if you do this and that and that and this, then, and you call me back, then, no, not today, not right now. It is not a top priority. And it's not worth my emotional peace. And then, this is all in one day. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's back to back to back to back to back. And it's just got me feeling like this. Like, I'm all high. Yeah. Talking to somebody. I'm like, okay, this is great. Oh, okay. That's really funky. Oh, okay. I'm going to make this happen. Yeah. Okay. It's not working. I'm going to keep trying. Okay. It's really not working. Okay. This is failing. I'm like, this is really, thank God I did my morning protocol. Thank God I spent time in yoga. Thank God I spent time in meditation. Thank God I did my morning pages because I needed all of that positive start to get through all this negativity that I felt because I just could not do the things that I wanted to do. And then as a parent, all of the challenges that come up through the day with emails from school saying there's a COVID case, kids are being sent home. And so, check your kid. And then, just working from home sometimes is a challenge, As a mom, I want to make sure the house is clean also. I want to make sure that the little things, paying the bills, little things that need to be done, get done. But I'm at home and I'm working. And if I was at work in a location other than home, those things would have to wait. So there's that challenge of being the best employee for JD's Organic Productions during the working hours of 3 to 12:30, or I think it's 3 to 12:30. And so, or 3 to 1. And so 1:30. Okay. Doesn't matter. It's timing is not important. It's that I have set time. I have a schedule, and this is what I need to follow. And after that time is when I need to do all the things, right? So that is an emotional management thing for me as well. And then this one really made me livid. And it took a lot because there's so much in my mind. So I love, I love people that serve, and I appreciate them. And I know that errors happen. And um, I know that no one is intentionally doing anything to harm anyone, or they're not really trying to be careless. I don't know that, but I choose to believe that nobody is intentionally being careless in a position where they are serving others. So therefore, I was extremely frustrated when my husband comes home on from work. So it was on Thursday. And I had asked him to pick up a prescription for our son who needs emergency epilepsy medicine to be with him at school. And it has to have like a special label that it's for school, and it has to come directly from the doctor. So there's no like I wrote on it for school. Like the doctor has to put the prescription in, and the pharmacist has to put on the label what the medicine is, how it's dispensed, and that it's for school use. And then I take that straight to the school with accompanying paperwork that, the doctor has given us that says, why this is needed and blah, blah, blah. I turn in all that paperwork, give it to the doctor knows, doctor sends it back. And for some reason, the prescription is made out to a different child of mine whose paperwork, whose everything was not included in the packet. So of course I was frustrated because one, they said I had to bring back the first prescription and pick up the second, and they could not call in the prescription to the pharmacy for me, which okay, doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. What matters is that day it was literally the last straw. I was so frustrated. And it took me longer to get past that because I just felt like it was so careless. It was so dangerous. It is putting us so much out of our way. And my son is already at school and I'm not there. And then with the COVID restrictions, we aren't even allowed to be there, like volunteering and stuff, which is what I usually do, not allowed to do. So I have to go and like get a job at the school. And so, like, I was really, really, really upset. And I really needed to just breathe. And that's what I had to do. And I had to make a decision to like, let it go. And what will I do? Because staying mad isn't fixing anything. The prescription is being corrected because I did call. I mean, I was so upset, right? So of course I called immediately and everything. And in fact, when I called on Thursday, they weren't even open because my husband picked up on his way home from work. So by the time he brought the prescription home to me and showed me, I, all I could do was leave a message at the doctor's office, and I did that. And the next morning, they did call me, and they did not apologize, actually, but they did um, clarify what I said, and then tell me that I could pick up the prescription again. Um, and like I said, and then I'd have to come down and bring the other one and all this and that. And I was livid, but I was like, okay. And then I called my husband and I said, on your way home, pick it up, please, because that's where I was at. And he did. So I didn't need to bring in the old prescription. I do have it, and I do plan on sending it back because I do plan on still having a conversation about that, but in a much loving place, just out of concern, more so to make sure that my other son doesn't have this on his record, because the medical implication. Hold on, my door's gonna slam. Oh, sorry about that, guys. So anyway, yeah. So that was one day, and I can assure you, I have so many days like that, like so many days like that. So what is my recommendation? My recommendation is to take it one day at a time, to stay in prayer, and to um, and and to just like breathe. That's my recommendation. Take it one day at a time and breathe. But upon researching, because I only want to bring you guys true value and accurate information as much as I can make, as much as I can find and share. These are 4 steps to emotional management. And I will say that I think they're really great. So let's do them. Let's master this together, okay? We're going to master emotional management today, starting right now. First, you need to identify your emotion, right? Like, are you upset? And what does upset mean? Are you sad? Are you lonely? Are you angry? Are you hungry? I know hungry is not an emotion, but apparently hangry is. And people get so hungry that they get angry. So, hungry. Are you hungry? Drink some water. See if you're hungry or dehydrated first. Because sometimes people think they're hungry and they're actually dehydrated. And they can't quench their thirst. Or they don't feel satisfied because they didn't give their cells what their cells need. Water. No bad days. No bad days when we master our emotional management. So, 1, identify emotion. Maybe don't drink on camera if you can't keep it in your mouth. 2, practice a calming technique. Breathe. That is my go-to calming technique, breathing. I work in home health care. And one of my clients' calming technique is to go for a walk, which is a really great thing because you're getting fresh air, you're exercising, which releases endorphins. Um, Hopefully, it's a beautiful sunny day when you're doing it, so you're getting some vitamin D. Um, you might run into somebody you are familiar with. Maybe you don't know them, but you maybe are familiar with them. So just seeing them might make you do the polite thing of smiling, just because you don't want to be rude, even though you're in a bad mood, and just keep walking. But just that little, kind of a thing can help to bring us out of that mood. So calming, find something that helps you to feel calm and do that. I recommend taking some really deep breaths, push your stomach out when you breathe in, and pull your belly button in when you breathe out, so that you're breathing from deep in your diaphragm and not from your not shallow from your lungs. But that can be a challenge. So if that doesn't work, like, don't stress yourself trying to do that either. Like, you can always watch a yoga video later. So you want to identify your emotion. How are you really feeling? What is really going on? Sometimes we think we're um, angry, but really we're scared. So try your best to identify what you're really feeling, and then try a calming technique to help you to deal with what you're feeling. And also, it's important to check your perspective, right? So, like for me, when I was talking with that person who came to provide me a service, and things had started to, like, the energy had started to shift, and I had felt like suddenly I needed to, like, defend or protect myself from this misunderstanding. I realized, like, wait a minute, no, I don't. What am I thinking? Like, this person isn't trying to attack me. In their ignorance about what I'm talking about, and in their, from my perspective, their closed mindedness to even understand or even ask me the questions that would help them to really get to what I am talking about. Um, that has nothing to do with, that's all them, and I don't have to be thinking that or feeling that or trying to, I don't have to do it. Like we don't have to be on the same page. You don't have to understand me, and I don't have to be understood by you. Yes, it would make it much better, but it's not necessary because I am in control of myself. And I've decided that I will respect what you're saying and I will listen to you. And when an opportunity comes that I can be a little bit more clear, then I will do my best. But if I'm not communicating clearly to you, or and you're not asking me for clarification, that's okay. That is okay. I don't need you to get me. I'm not for, we say this all the time, right? I'm not for everybody, and I'm okay with that. That's a perspective shift. A lot of people in the United States right now could use a perspective shift when it comes to the mindset that everyone has to get them, accept them, love them. Like, it's not true. It's ideal, but it's not true. The truth is, you need to love yourself. You need to get yourself. You need to accept yourself. And then you need to, like, appreciate the blessings and opportunities that you have around you, and then see where that takes you. See what it makes you feel like doing. Maybe it makes you want to help others. Maybe makes you want to serve people. Maybe it makes you want to serve your planet. Maybe it makes you want to um, read more and increase your understanding. You don't have to be understood or liked by everybody. We don't have to. And that perspective is really important to understand. And then have a support system. It's really important. For some things, you can take a breath, you can go for a walk, you can recognize where your place is in this situation, and those things can help move you. But sometimes, like with my son's meds, it was so much. It was just so much, especially after that kind of a day. I needed somebody to talk to, somebody to just let me vent and to say, yeah, girl, that's crazy. I understand why you would be so upset. What did you do? What are you going to do? How is that making you feel? I love and support you, whatever you want to do. If that's not the best choice, I would expect that support person to say that to me, or that support group of friends, or whatever, to be like, girl, you crazy, you cannot go down there acting a fool. You will lose your, like, you will lose the privilege of going there, like, whatever. Gotta have a support system. That's my whole point. Gotta have a support system. Gotta have friends. Someone. If you don't have friends in person, which makes sense because of COVID, right? Maybe online. You have friends online. um Join a support group, or just join a group on Facebook. Has a billion groups. Like, God knows you can find a group. And I've been in a lot of groups lately, and let me tell you, they talk about everything. Like, you want to go in there, you think they're talking about like network marketing or something, and they'll be like, yeah, my dog died, I'm super sad. And then everybody just rallies around them, and they're like, dude, I'm so sorry for you, we lost my puppy, so many years ago. And then, like, it's a support group. They're like-minded individuals focusing on one thing, but when that person was sad and they shared it, the group rallied and supported them. So you need a support group. Just, find one, create one, be a part of one. And I want to say group, team, system, not person. I have been married for 20 years, 21 in October. And I will say that I do not, this is my own personal belief. I don't know if anybody else shares it. I really don't care. It's been working for me. Like I said, 21 years next month. Well, in October, and 8 kids. I just don't believe that we should put all our eggs in one basket when it comes to um, our partners, our spouses, or our friends. It's a lot for one person to be your everything. I dislike this is my better half, this is my other half, this is, no, this is my partner, spouse, lover, boyfriend, whatever. They're their own person. We are a team. But a lot of times when people say my better half, they aren't saying it like they're a team. They're kind of saying it like they need that other person or else they can't make it. I have a hard time with that personally because I think it's just too much emotional dependence on another person. I think it puts a lot of pressure on them, even if it's subconscious. And I think that when things don't go well, if that person's having a bad day and they just really don't want to be bothered and you're having a bad day and you really need support, some people will say, well, that's where you sacrifice. And you know what? That's where you reach out. They should be able to reach out to people on their end, friends, pastors, parents, um, you know, just their circle of influence that they trust to help them deal with certain types of things as well as us. So it's really important to me that when people have a support system, their support system isn't just one person. Don't make me your support system. You know, um, I want to be a part of the support system. I want to be one of the people that you can call to pray with you or for you, to help you out if I can. But I don't want to be the one. And then when I can't, I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, I let my friend down because I know she needed me. She doesn't have anybody else. Like, that's not fair to you. That's not fair to me. So having a support system, a support group, a support team, a tribe, is it more affectionately called nowadays? That is so essential to mastering emotional management. You've got to know what you're feeling. You've got to have some kind of self-soothing um, techniques that you're willing to try immediately. And it's important that you're willing to check your perspective, perhaps change it if it's necessary, and have a team, have a tribe, people that you can trust, that you can talk to, that will let you call you on your shit, basically, but also build you up when you need it. Because I have a very small, tiny tribe and gigantic trust issues. I don't want to claim that, but it is what it is, and I'm working on that. Hence why I recommend to you guys the benefit. Don't sleep on it. Jump into it. Master your emotional management, and you will find how much more peaceful, bright, beautiful, loving, kind, and happy you are and your life can be. And I would love some feedback if you guys think I'm talking out my ears or making it up. I'm not making it up. I researched that, okay? But besides that, you let me know what you think about what I'm saying. If you found any value, I would really appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, and comment. Yeah, that's what I would love. And recommendations, of course, always on anything. Um, my next video. Oh, okay. So here's the thing, guys. Let's get up close and personal. Listen, this is so fun because it's just you and me. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. I don't know if there's even just two, but okay. I can't sing. Did you guys see my singing to my salad on my Instagram? It was so goofy, And actually, that was the second take because the first time I literally was just so happy about my salad and I was just singing. And then I liked it so much. So I was like, why isn't anybody recording this? This is the best song ever. So I ran upstairs, got my phone, came back down to sing again. And the kale, it wasn't in the original song. Look at this. It wasn't in the original version of the song. I added it to the second version because but so fun. Okay. Okay, so here's the thing though. I did a thing where I said to my mentor and team leader go live every day. Oh my gosh, I don't even know for how long did he say, but we're gonna go live every day. I think on Facebook, IG, YouTube, maybe also. I can stream on 3 devices at one time. So that's the plan, starting on the 26th of August, which is really not a bad time because my daughter will be back in school. She'll be back in Georgia by then. And my boys will have had their birthday. And we'll be, you know, a little bit more into school and how the routine is going and what's, hopefully. So it might be a really good time. But that's the thing. Oh my gosh. So, like, honestly, I have been doing lives on YouTube because it's been like a safe place. Like, honestly, these just turn up to recorded videos and you guys can see them whenever. And if you don't check in while I'm online, then that's fine. But this time it's going to be like on social media. And like, I feel like YouTube is TV, but social media is crazy. People are always there, like all hours of the day and night, doing the most random things. And when you go live, they just like pop in and out. And that to me is distracting. But then you're supposed to talk to people when you're on live, which I think would just make me like forget what I'm talking about. And then it's gonna be like, well, I checked in because you said you're doing this, and then there's no value because you're just rambling, like. So, I mean, that may not be the case because I really am like with the board. Like that's my Virgo. I'm like with the board. So I'm gonna be super organized and everything, but yeah, so that's like what's on my mind. So as far as my next video, guys, I might just be talking about what this is going to be. I guess why do I even, I'm just like kind of alive. I'm live right now. Anyway, um you know what the difference is? I make videos for YouTube on YouTube. I may not be the best at it, no doubt. Okay. I don't need anybody to like confirm any of that, but I do this for this. And I just share photos and like little clips, right? Little tiny things. And so to go live on there is like me bridging this world that I haven't really practiced or prepared for. And that makes me feel a little like, ooh, because I like to do it right. And even though I know that it's not going to be right because I don't even really know what I'm doing, like this isn't, anyway, doesn't matter. I'm going to do it. That's all that matters. So, however I feel about it while I'm doing it, it's just going to work its way through it all. But, just send me good vibes, guys. That's all. So, one more time. Mastering your emotional management involves 4 steps. 1, who can remember? Sorry, I don't know. It's the mom in me, right? Who can remember who was paying attention? So you remember what I said? I'm looking at you. You see, I'm looking down, right? I'm looking at all of you. I'm not looking at me. I'm looking at you. So, do you remember what is step number 1? Identify the emotion. Good job. What was step number 2, friends? Do you remember? Say it louder in the back. No. It was to practice a self-soothing technique, something that's going to help you calm down. I recommend breathing, walking, yoga. I love doing yoga. Step 3. Who remembers 3? Whisper in my ear. That's right. Check your perspective. Good job. I'm so glad you guys are paying attention. And last but not least, your support team, your support group, your support system. Have one. Can we be each other's support system, guys? Yeah, let's do that. Comment in the comments if you be the support system for your friends and our friends here on YouTube. Okay, thanks, guys. Thanks for joining me. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your week.